Okay, hey, I'm Joey with Easy Hang Chairs, and this is an Easy Hang Deluxe, and we're going to show you how to put it together. Alright, the first thing I do is lay all the pieces out. So what you'll have is you'll have the top piece of your cushion where your Easy Hang Chair logo is. And then this is the bottom part, the extension for your legs. Your spreader bars. Go through the sleeve. And through the sleeve. Your hardware. These 4 bolts are what you use. Over here. Hey Mark, make sure those bolts don't slide down through the... Gotcha. Alright, so you want to attach your bolt. We might need a mallet of truth. This here, just get your bolts into your wood here. It might be a little tight, you might have to use a rubber mallet or your hand.
Yeah, spreader bars go front of the chair.
Alright, the next step would be, what I like to do is to get it hung up, to put the rest of it together, just hang it on your chain. We'll adjust these ropes later. But now you want to get your extension made. So these sleeves here, or these holes you stick in these sleeves. Undo your Velcro, slide it in. Make sure this little cap is over the top of it. Okay, and this excess rope here, or the rope that you hang this with, you can just tuck in this little pocket. And then this piece here, you can just tuck it up under the back here. And then when you're fine tuning it, you can adjust these straps to make it more snug up against the bottom. Okay, now you notice we just put a brand new one together, and it's all cockeyed. So the bottom line is you need this length and this length the same. That length.
Things you don't want to do.
So here it's been put together on. So if you make a mistake, you gotta.
That's good. Yeah, so when you're doing that the first time,
This
make
rope,
sure.
yeah, it has to be on the outside. It's got to be on the outside of the dowel, not the inside like I just had it. So the way I measure it, if you have a tape measure, that works. But the way I do it is I just use your footrest. So this one's off about that far. So I just move it and then slide the brake. I mean, to make it exact, you might want to use your tape measure. And then once you get them the same length, you can adjust the way you want it to sit. So say if we're moving it that far.
Right, and this also shows how you can tilt your chair forward and back.
So then you can
That's pretty good.
make sure that these lengths are the same. So say we're 28 inches here. We're 29 here.
Cinches.
So that should be about right. No. So you got to keep messing with it until you get it right.
It does take some adjusting.
That's right. And then that's a 3 feet. Okay, so now this problem here, this is 1 inch longer than that, and these are the same, so you have to adjust it back here
Excellent.
to make it right. So we'll hope that's about 1 inch. Yep.
Spot on.
Yep.
But
So now all 4 of these are the same, but when you put your body weight in here, they still might
they will
settle.
stretch. They will stretch, so you have to readjust it.
Okay, that one's at 28 and a half. 28 and a half, pretty good.
Ah.
But this knot's going to settle, so it'd be too low to the ground. You can either cinch it up the chain or you adjust your knot. So we're going to show you how to adjust the knot. So you undo the knot, and you just pull your rope through. And you have to eyeball it at first. And you want these links to look similar in length. Then all you're tying is just called a slip knot. You're making a loop and you're sticking the loop through. That's it.
Called an overhead
Then
knot.
you just have to measure that and make sure it's similar length or the same length. 21. 21? That doesn't usually happen. Normally you got to do it a few times. But now this knot's going to settle, so what I normally do is go ahead and pull on it at the same, to try to pull it the same length on either side before I sit in it. So then you might want to look at it again. So we pulled it almost 1.5 inches on each, so 22 and a half there. And a 22 and a half there. So it pretty much should be. So now what you want to do is you'll have this wrench that came with your chair. You need to go and tighten everything up. Just do this on all 4 corners. What this does also, if you notice, your bolt is not recessed here. Once you tighten it up, it will recess. So don't be worried about that. Yeah, now on your front spreader bars, you want to make sure that you get it recessed so it doesn't rub against the rope. So just get it to where you can get to your bolt. And then just start to make sure that this is nice. You actually probably want to go a little bit further.
Go all the way. There you go.
So after that, by the way, you're going to have an eye bolt, an S-hook, and some chain to hang your chair. Not going to have that much chain, but there you have it. So you might have to go buy additional chain according to how high your ceiling is. Alright, next you have some accessories. Call this the happy bag or your magazine pouch.
Why is it called the happy bag?
Because right in here is where you put things that make you happy. And then you can call this one the happy hour if you want to. Also, you have a footrest. This attaches to your same place where your overhead is. And then notice this is pretty short, so you have to adjust the knot as well to get it the proper length. You want it to be about that high. I mean, you can adjust it according to, if you have bad knees, you might want to lower, but normally you want it about like that, so when you bring it out, it hits your feet about right. So you just retie another knot here, get it nice and tight, and then you might want to try it out. Now these knots here are going to settle some as well, and like I'm already kind of sitting low to the ground, so you probably want to cinch it up a little higher. Look, that's about right there. Okay, so now after you have it together, now the next step is you want to make sure that you have all the ropes set right. Now we have already gone through and measured them, but after you sit in it the first time, all the knots are going to settle and stretch some. So you notice this is already off. This side is longer than this side, and it's sitting lower to the ground. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to retie this top knot maybe 2 or 3 different times until you get it where you like it, until you get all the ropes even. So you're just going to have to untie this knot. It might, your body weight's going to tighten it up, so you might have to take it down and loosen it up with your hands so it's easier to come out, because it'll start getting tight. And then what I like to do is hang it back on the chain. Oh, yeah. And then get it back here. And overall, I like to tie it where it seems like it's too high, because it ends up adjusting anyway. So get it nice and high. Then do your overhand or overhead knot. What's it called?
Overhand.
Overhand knot. Okay, so then after you tie it, you just get back in it and see if it's right. Now, these also may slip. So the bottom line is you want these lengths here the same. So if you come and get in your chair one day you know, and it's all, this side's longer than that, you feel like you're sitting sideways, all you got to do is just adjust it a little bit. Now also, so another piece of this chair is your extension. So you notice it's clipped here in the back. Now you can make this a lot tighter by adjusting these clips, but we're just going to show you how this works first. So you unclip it. You got your rope tucked in this pocket, velcroed here. You just pull this out. And then this knot's already going to be pre-tied also, so it might not be the proper length. So let's see if it is. That's actually about right. If it looks like it's too high, this knot's going to settle also just by pulling it. Let's see. Anyway, just tie you a knot here. You might have to do this several times till you get it right. That looks about right. Easiest way to get in is grab it here in the center and straddle it. Don't be doing all this stuff. Grab here, straddle it, slide your hips back in here, slide yourself back in the chair, then take your nap. So also, if you don't think that you can straddle this and you want to get in, see this spreader bar. When you try to sit in it, make sure that you do not sit on this area here. You can grab the arms and then you just slide your bum back to make sure that you're getting your weight on the spreader bar in the back. Then you just slide in the chair once you get adjusted. Another way is you can actually fold the footrest over, okay? And that gives you a little more space, but make sure you're still sitting over the dowel. And then you get in, you know, move yourself around. This. Okay, so also you have these straps that hold up this extension up under the back. And if you want to shorten them, it just looks nicer and cleaner. All you do is you just feed your rope or your strap up through there and you just make it shorter. Take this down, just unhook it here. You got your pouch here, you tuck your rope in the pouch. It's got a Velcro piece here, Velcro it, and then you tuck it up under the back. So if you notice here, it's a lot tighter. And then you've got more room, you know, you can make this to where it's basically really tight. Okay, so after you've got everything adjusted, you might want to take off the plastic off the arms. But then you got to put your chair to use. So here in your happy hour cup holder, you can put one of these and then magically cold beer arrives.